Welcome to All Things Social Security. My name is Stephanie Joy of Joy Disability. I am a Social Security disability attorney, and I would like to invite you to watch our daily video tips on the Social Security Disability and SSI claims process each day at the new time of noon Eastern Standard Time here on YouTube on this channel. And on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have our live Q&A live stream. So you are welcome to join that as well. Ask your questions, get there on time, and you'll be one of the first answered. Thanks so much and have a great day. Enjoy the video. TGIF. Happy Friday to everybody. I am Stephanie Joy with All Things Social Security. Today is the Friday Fraud Law Review, but as you know, our Fridays are dedicated to Red Friday and our deployed military members who hopefully they will have a memorable day as well. And we can all think of them briefly as we go about our day, or not so briefly. But anyway, this is for them. And to get everybody a little bit aware, perhaps. So here is our fraud law review article of the day. I just went to the top of the list on this particular day that I'm recording this, and I'm just going to go down the line for the next few weeks, starting with today. So I'm not cherry picking these. This one, so this was the first one at the top of the list. So it is the most recent as of today. This came out on August 15th, 2025. And it is entitled Peruvian National Charged with Immigration Fraud Offenses. This is in the District of Connecticut. And I'm just going to hop on down. First, I want to see, this fellow was arrested. I don't see anywhere here that it says he was convicted, so I'm not going to say his name. He is 55 years old and a citizen of Peru, was residing in Darien, Connecticut, and he has been charged with by federal criminal complaint with immigration fraud charges and apparently, I believe, some Social Security. So let's see what's going on. According to the court documents which created the charges against him and statements made in court, this fellow traveled to the United States way back in 2000, quite a long time ago, on a non-immigrant visa, and subsequently began using the identity and Social Security number of a U.S. citizen born in Puerto Rico to reside, work, and maintain a commercial driver's license in Connecticut. Okay, so we have ID theft, working without a permission to do so, a bunch of things that goes on. It'll be interesting to see what this guy gets charged with. He also used the fraudulent identity and Social Security number to apply for a U.S. passport in 2025, knew it in 2015, and used it to travel internationally. Okay, what a gem. In 2021, the U.S. passport was renewed in the name of someone named Byron Ruiz, after the fellow. This is the guy that hasn't been convicted, so I'm not saying his name, but you can tell that I'm very disdainful if it turns out he did this. Completed the probate court process for a name and gender change. Well, that was a surprise. Something tells me it was on the taxpayer dime. Let's find out. They may or may not say. The fellow, how to embarrass the guy whose ID he stole and did that under. The fellow again traveled internationally using the renewed passport. It is further alleged that the investigation began after the individual whose identity the fellow had originally stolen applied to the SSA seeking Social Security disability benefits in 2022. So the real original guy, becomes disabled and applies for benefits in 2022 and was informed that a person in Connecticut had been earning income using the same Social Security number. And you know, it's funny, you hear people say, well, illegals using a Social Security number, they're paying taxes, therefore this should all be like a nothing burger. Really? Not so much. So the fellow subsequently made multiple false statements to federal agents investigating the matter. Of course he did, trying to get away with it and not get caught. The complaint charges the fellow with passport application fraud, which carries a maximum term of imprisonment of 10 years, misuse of a passport, which carries a maximum term of imprisonment of 10 years, making a false claim of U.S. citizenship, which carries a maximum term and imprisonment of 3 years. They should jack that one up if you're pretending to be a U.S. citizen. Sorry. Misuse of a Social Security account number, which carries a maximum term of imprisonment of 5 years. Aggravated identity theft, which carries a mandatory term of imprisonment of 2 years. And making false statements, which carries a maximum term of imprisonment of 5 years. And going back to not mentioning his name, guys, as you know, I'm a very strong believer in innocent until proven guilty. So I would not call him out that way. It's not that it's illegal to do so. I just really respect that due process right. So, and it applies for everybody. This is actually part of Operation Take Back America, a nationwide, this is what they're telling us, a nationwide initiative that marshals the full resources of the Department of Justice to repel the invasion of illegal immigration, achieve the total elimination of cartels and transnational criminal organizations, and protect our communities from the perpetrators of violent crime. Okay. It said the Operation Take Back America streamlines efforts and resources from the department's organized crime drug enforcement task forces and Project Safe Neighborhood. Okay. All right. So there you have it. You know, a lot of people will go light because they say he was paying taxes on that work record. And I get it. But, you know, this happens to be a week where I don't know if it just happened this week or if it just is more advertised this week. There was a horrific, idiotic CDL driver who didn't speak English. And I'm not sure about the legal state, so I'm not even going to say it was illegal, but he didn't speak English proficiently. He got a CDL in California, and he apparently also failed for the CDL, was unable to recognize 3 of the 4 moving road sign. When I say moving, I mean when you're driving, signs that you have to be able to recognize for safe driving. Anyway, he does a U-turn on this highway with an 18-wheeler, and he runs over essentially an SUV and kills a mom and 2 kids. You know, when we think it's all fun and dandy that someone's paying taxes, not really. There's a lot of repercussions. So I'm going to shut up about it now, but that really ticks me off. So if he is guilty of this, I hope he gets, I know we just want to get such a person deported, and I'm strong about that as well. However, walking away and not paying the price of 25 years of defrauding in this way, not cool. All right. I will, I'll chat with you guys later. Bye-bye now. Hello again. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful, if not just a little bit informative. In the event you have a Social Security question you want addressed, please feel free to make a comment below and ask the question, even if nothing to do with this particular video. And just a quick, again, reminder, we have our daily video shares and tips around noon every day of the week. And on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have our live Q&A session where you can come in live and enter your questions in the chat. And we all pretty much have a good time for an hour or two. I look forward to seeing you there, hopefully. And lastly, don't forget about our benefactor memberships. They're very reasonably priced. The first one is very nominal, and you get a few perks, but on a bigger scale, it contributes to us being able to fulfill a mission of assisting certain people with representation that would otherwise not be able to get it. We look forward to continuing to do that, and so far it's working out like the bomb. So thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Bye-bye now.